Hey y'all, it's Kate from the Little Apothecary and welcome back to my channel. Now this video might be a short video because I'm going to talk about a book that I've already talked about in this channel. In fact, I've already talked about the entire series on this channel, but it is a fantastic book to read in the spooky season. It is very short and the series is completely bingeable. I binged the whole series and I don't normally do that with series, but the book that I'm talking about is Nightfall by Daniel Barnett. This is book 1 in the Nightmareland Chronicles series, and the reason why I'm talking about this one today is because Daniel Barnett just released the first 3 books in this series, and y'all, I listened to an arc of book 1, Nightfall, as a reread. Our narrator is Adam Gold, and if that name sounds familiar to you, he was the narrator in the Threadlight series by Zach Argyle. I've only read book 1 in that series, but he did such an amazing job in just that one book that I knew that he was going to nail Nightfall by Daniel Barnett, and he absolutely did. Adam Gold nails the atmosphere in this book. He makes it so dark and so gritty. It is perfect. He has John, our main character's voice, down pat. Like, I will no longer hear John in the same way. His voice will forever be Adam Gold's voice for me from this book. In addition, Nightfall is such a beautiful, beautiful book that has such amazing writing that just wowed me instantly. I was pulled in from the very first paragraph. I knew this was going to be something I absolutely loved. I got permission from Daniel Barnett to play some of this, so I am going to play just a little bit of chapter 1 so you get an idea of just how good this is, maybe like the first minute or so, and then you'll be able to tell for yourself whether you want it. Like I said, the first 3 books are available on audiobook.
G&G. Chapter 1. Tomorrow died on the last morning of May. There were those who saw it happen, who watched the shadow fall, who felt the chop of the guillotine as the world lost its head. Everyone else witnessed only the aftermath, but the event itself lasted no longer than a moment. They stepped outside from windowless rooms. They climbed up from crowded subways. They pulled back the blinds to let in the sun, and found the nightmare waiting for them. John Hawthorne saw it happen. He stood behind his house, down the path his feet had worn through the trees. The trees were harsh things, fossils with knobbed branches and leathered bark, and past the last of them was a small dirt clearing, a piece of desert trapped up in the mountains, looking out over the brown flatlands of Phelan and the distant, dry lake bed.
So that's, like I said, the first minute of the audiobook. The first time I read this book was on ebook, and it drew me in instantly. And then I listened to Adam Gold narrate it, and I was drawn in once again, straight from the start. This is more in the novella length, the first couple books really in this series. And just to give you an idea, I listened to this audiobook at 2 times speed, which is a little bit faster than what we were playing here. And I listened to this entire book in one day at work doing mindless activities. So if you're looking for a great spooky read about a post-apocalyptic world where the sun goes out and our characters have to basically survive in this crazy, creepy world, highly recommend Nightfall by Daniel Barnett, book 1 in the Nightmareland Chronicles series. The first 3 audiobooks are out now, I believe, so go over to Audible and pick those up because you will not regret it. And once you start listening to Adam Gold narrate this, you are not going to want to read this series in any other way. So, as always, keep reading, and I love y'all to the moon and back. Bye.